salted caramel mousse. And at first I was like, man, they're like nine little cups of mousse. And I was like, man, these are kind of expensive, but we wanted to try it. And now we realize why they're expensive. Expensive is because they come in little glass cups. You're a moose. They come in little glass cups and they look really nice. So now we have little glass cups that I will probably try to make mousse in the cups and use it as a dessert. Mousse cups or mouse cups? Mousse! Dessert mousse. Mise cups? Okay, is that the plural of a mousse? Mises? No, hang on. You spell it mousse, right? Yeah, for the dessert, M-O-U-S-S-E. Is it not the same way that you spell it, Simon? Oh, here, let me show you real quick the mousse. I don't know where they went. Oh. So, this is what they look like. They're little, like, literally, these are glass. These inside, they're glass, little glass cups of mousse. There's salted caramel on the bottom, and then the mousse itself, and then the chocolate on top. They're really, really good. But these are actual glass cups, and that's why they're more expensive. But they're really good. Most use glass over here also. Handy to reuse. That wasn't what I was expecting, to be honest. What were you expecting, Davey? I mean, Buff? And yeah, Davey, that's the thing that I don't understand. If everybody's so much into recycling and saving the planet and stuff, why are we not using more glass? The fancy ones do, not all. How do you take a song off the list? I didn't realize when I requested it's 44 minutes long. The costs and people laziness. Those looks really professional. You're gonna get some good mousse out of them. I'll remove it, Kira. I actually don't see it on here, Kira. This is 8 minutes long, so we'll just skip this. Right when it got to the underwater music, too. Glass should be used more again, though. Exactly! I can't be wrong if I used them all. True. Alright, I'm going to pop the... I'm going to put the muffin tin into the oven, heat them up, and then we're going to add a bit of oil. So we can then add this mix into the pan and make, hopefully, some proper tall Yorkies. I'll let you know if I hear it. Alright, Kira. Wait, Kira, are you watching the football game? I don't know if you answered that yet. Alright. I mean, go back, we can go back to the way things were, where every, you know, the liquids, like milk, came in glass jars or bottles. They were recycled, they were reused. Instead of all the plastic and the convenience of it kind of took over, and that's kind of, it's gone overboard. No, I'm not. I have the TV on, but I'm not watching it. You say it almost like a protest. It's the reuse that's the problem? What do you mean, Davey? They don't melt it down and remake. It's far too costly. Well, that's the thing. I mean, don't they just wash and sterilize them and then reuse them? That's the thing. I thought that's what they do. They sterilize, they wash and sterilize, and then reuse them. If you put them in the recycling bin and they get smashed, etc., or lost. Well, it's... Everybody needs to kind of work together on that to get it to actually make a difference. The milkman will drop off and collect again. We could get a whole flood of people becoming milkmen again. Milk delivery guys. Stay a while and listen. Alright. Putting our muffin pan in the oven to heat it up. They just need to stop using plastic shite and use a better product. I don't mind paying 10p more. Supermarkets are the main problem. Yeah, they have control of the market. Give it up for the Horadrum. Love this rap. To save 1p, they will use a non-recyclable plastic. Back when Blizzard was a good company. You don't feel that's the case anymore, Buff? I haven't really kept up on what's going on with the company. Street Fighter 5? There's a Street Fighter 5? Not since Activision got caught up with them. Wait, did they merge or something? This is a song that's 44 minutes long? It shows it here as 3:56 minutes long. Years ago? Oh, it's been a while now? You're all good, Kira. I think Stream Elements will cut off music if it's at a certain length, too. When you're making 40 million a month, who wouldn't buy it? I'd like to make 40 million a month. I'd like to make 40 million a year. If that was the case, we'd be doing this in a studio. I'd have a live audience that would have to laugh at the applause sign. I could tell my jokes and people would actually laugh because there'd be a sign. I'd make it for a month and retire. Yeah, it's like I said about being a professional sports athlete, but being a bench player. So you don't have to start in the game. You get to watch the game from the best seat in the house. You get paid like a sports athlete, and you don't have to really work that hard for it. The sign would say laugh or die. Casey Ellen. Well, I mean, Ellen dances. I kind of dance, right? Yes, laughing at the applause sign. People, some people need direction, and if you tell them to laugh, they will laugh. Yes, kind of. Alright. So these puddings need 5 to 10 minutes. Do they applause at the laugh sign? Some people probably would. They'd be like, oh, there's a sign. Yeah, you asked before, but IT Crowd is filmed in front of a live audience. Okay, yeah, because sometimes it sounds like a laugh track, and I've always wondered about that. But I remember, like, the bloopers, the audience would laugh when they screwed up. Sometimes they dub a little still, but not much on that one. Don't laugh at the applause sign. Such insolence is punishable by death. Follow the rules or face the consequences. Simon, I like how it's very organized and structured in your society. Some shows are very fake. Yes, they are. It's kind of an insult to the audience. Okay, potatoes. They still got some give to them. Well, they still got some. What's the word I'm looking for? They're not tender all the way through yet. They've still got a little bit of bite. Kind of depends on the audience. It's like that movie Idiocracy where everybody's laughing at the kicked in the balls. Sweden is 50% empty space, 30% taxes, and 40% miscalculations. We aren't that bad. 99% buff traveling to buy Skittles. Okay, you guys gotta clear up this Skittles thing. What is that really all about? If somebody was a traveling Skittles salesman, would they make a lot of money off of that? Clarify, we have Skittles in the UK. So, is it just not in... But in Norway there's none, and I had to travel to Sweden to get some. So what is it? Is it something in the Skittles that they don't want the people eating? Skittles were out competed by local brands. Marabou and Phasers crushed Skittles in the candy market, brought them out of Norway, Finland, and parts of Sweden. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's a good song pick, Kira. See, that's kind of like in Oregon, Nestle, the chocolate company, they also do water. They've been trying to get into Oregon to start bottling water there, but they're constantly being pushed out because nobody wants that big company to come and bottle the water and then resell it to people. But they've been edging in and getting closer and closer to actually being allowed into Oregon to do that, which is really dangerous. Look, Norway is weird. They like salted candy. Enough said. I mean, salted candy to a point is good, but when it's overly salted, it's not so much. When it's salted enough to bring out the flavors, yeah, that's fine. One of like 5 countries that still serves whale. I want to try whale. Simon, no. We lost Simon to the salted candy hype. Salted banana candy? What exactly is that? Salted candy is delicious. I think a lot of people would agree with you, Simon. Alright, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna get our Yorkshire pudding into the oven and then we'll finish our mash while that is cooking. Hate to say it, but I've always liked it Scandinavian after all. Is Scandinavian food a lot of salted foods? Is that kind of prominent in Scandinavian cooking? I know nothing of that region. Like European cuisine, I don't really know it very much. European cuisine, heat up the oil so that on contact it's going to start to cook our pudding. Veggies are roasted. Stuff like that around here. In Texas, not so much. It's really a lot of barbecues, smoked meats, Mexican, Tex-Mex. I mean, it is the regional food. You don't get a lot of European food around here. We might have to go on an adventure to find some stuff. This is your song.
Yeah.
I think your song is the only one related to football. Caviar isn't the same as caviar. Caviar is smoked roe. It's smoked cod and scythe roe. It's awesome on sandwiches. So they smoke the roe. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. There is like Norwegian smoked salmon I see at the store. I don't think I've seen any smoked roe though. Unless it is there and I just don't realize that it's smoked. Alright. Comes in a little toothpaste tube. Really? Wait, what is smash candy? Smash candy comes in tubes or the caviar? Do you pronounce it different? Caviar than the smoked? Okay, then I for sure haven't seen it then. Alright, we'll cook the water out, waiting for our oil to heat up. It's probably heating up right now. Alright. Here we are. Let's try to get this right. Hopefully this is gonna work out. I think I put too much in each because you're supposed to be able to get 12 out of this. Alright, so I'm one shy. Probably spent too much time having it out of the oven, but let's put it in there. Alright, 10 minutes on that. You guys, we really like tubes. Oh, I linked you a shop for later consumption in your Discord DMs. We also have cheese on tube and butter on tube. It's space efficient and perfect when traveling. Does the butter, doesn't it stay in a solid state in the tube? You guys those as well, Simon, so no worries. Thank God we Swedes aren't the only people eating tube cheese. That's interesting. It's natural cheese too. It's not like processed. Easy squeezy cheesy peas. Wow, I like that I don't know if you guys can read it. The instructions on here. It actually says oops. Actually says on here to confidently pour the batter evenly into the compartments and return to the oven. Confidently. So I think we're doing it right? Interesting. It's processed to high hell. Okay. Yeah, because if you sheepishly pour it, it sticks the lip and spills everywhere. Yeah, I mean, you can't just like swoosh it without going all the way for pouring it in. Alright, I got some butter. We're going to, let's see what camera was on. Cutting up the butter, we're going to toss this into the pot of potatoes. So we can get that going. Think space food. What do you mean, space food? For the tubes? Mash seems to have soaked up a bit of moisture. These are also russet potatoes, so they do retain moisture more than the what is it? The gold Yukon potatoes. So we're seeing a bit of that right here. I'm going to add some cream. It comes out of toothpaste tubes. Oh. Have some bolognese in the oven. Crap, I need to boil some pasta. What's up, Stinky? How you doing, man? Yeah, you start out with normal Swedish, I don't know what that is, cheese. But when you melt it, add sodium citrate and whatever else you want in it. Ham or crayfish are the most popular ones. Crayfish cheese? It's not as bad as the bright